You've got something called the Wi-Fi, connecting internet just like that. We didn't get that. We had modems and we had to listen to this sound of it connecting, and then it used to turn off. You guys have got everything. But with all these luxuries, with all these new sources of information that's at your fingertips, there's also disadvantages. And this big worldwide internet thing, okay, it has a lot of advantages and it has disadvantages as well. And that's what this PD lesson is going to be about. Now, this week's topic, you're probably thinking, do you know what? I know everything I need to know. My parents have told me, teachers go on about it all the time. There's nothing new that I need to learn. And that's probably true. There is nothing new that we can tell you. But we do need to repeat this stuff. Because in fact, what we're seeing is that although you know this information, you know what's right and what's wrong, you're just not doing it. The wrong things are happening. Now, as far as technology and the internet and all these gadgets are concerned, I'm sure you could teach me quite a few things. But as your teacher, it's my duty to go over certain issues, certain rules that will keep you safe. Now, as an adult, it's my responsibility to make you aware of certain issues linked to the internet. Now, most of you already know, but in practice, obviously these things do not happen. Now, if you recall, our lessons before was on citizenship, and we also touched on being a digital citizen. So here in the online world, you are a digital citizen. You are part of this online community, and with it comes rules and certain steps you need to make sure that to help you stay safe. So we're going to go over these. Now, I can't think of a single child who is not a digital citizen. Okay, so you need to be aware of your duties as this digital citizen. Right, now don't get me wrong. The internet or social media, etc. is not all bad. Now, the internet, as you know, is a global system of interconnected computer networks that basically, it just connects you to the world. Okay? Millions of private, public, academic, business and government networks of local to global scope. So in the comfort of your own home, you're connected to the entire world. You have the information at your fingertips. Now, social media is great. You can post pictures, you can search for things, you can search for your friends that you haven't met for ages, talk to people on the other side of the world, get associated with other people. We can post pictures of our family, let other people see them. And we all love using these sites. But I'm not sure whether you know, but there are age restrictions. And with this internet and this social media and all these online sites, all these three things are linked to you as an individual and my student, which is why my job is, which is why it's so important for me to talk to you about safety when using these sites. Now, in front of you, you have all the different social media sites, but they have age limits. You can't just sign up for any of these and start using them. I'm sure many of you are on WhatsApp, you are using Facebook, and you shouldn't be. Now, here's a question for you. What are the age limits? How old should you be to be using Facebook? We'll discuss this on Zoom. I hope most of you, if you do use certain social media sites, or if you, even when you're searching things on the internet, your parents are there with you. Try not to be alone when you are using the internet. So yeah, I'd like you to find out what age should you be to be using Facebook or to be WhatsApping your friends. Should you have your own WhatsApp account? Have a little think, and we'll discuss this on Zoom. So why is it so important to stay safe online? Why everywhere do you see internet safety, be safe, teach your kids? And we do. But the thing is, like I said before, you forget. Now, the web world is a massive, strange, yet exciting world. I read somewhere that the internet is a necessary evil of modern times. We can't live without it. Just think what happens when we get disconnected. Chaos. Children start screaming, even your little ones, okay, younger siblings. My niece and nephews, the minute the net goes, that's it. It's like they've got nothing else to do. But like everything else, we can't avoid or ignore the dangers. The unknown, the dark tunnels that come with using the internet. Now, there are 3 main C's. Okay, the 3 C's I want you to look at: content risk, contact risk, and conduct risk. These 3 areas will basically cover everything to do with online safety concerning you guys. What is content risk? Basically, certain content that disturbs you, that is not appropriate for you, that you have access to. You know, when you go on the internet and you Google something and sites come up. So these are the contents in front of you. Some content is meant for you, some content is not meant for you. Contact risk. This is when you come in contact with other people, strangers, bullies, dangerous people. Okay, because these things do happen. Because online there's so many people, they're not all your friends. Conduct risk. Okay, it's okay me telling you to be safe, and I can give you ways on how you stay safe. But what about you? What are you doing? What are you actually doing online? Are you following the rules? Is your conduct good? Are you a good digital citizen? I don't know, you might, for example, shop without your parents' permission, use their card and start shopping. You might be bullying somebody online. You might be posting unacceptable, insulting, or hurtful comments, even if they are to your friends. So we're going to look at 3 C's in detail. Right, so the first one, content risk. Like I said before, this is about the sites that come in front of you, that you're exposed to. When I talk about inappropriate content, it's that material, those sites, those images that make you upset. So inappropriate content basically consists of information or images that are not for your age. It can cause you to be upset or lead to dangerous behavior. If it's not your age, you should not be on there. So how can we stop you? You know, you've got access to the net, the laptop or the mobiles in front of you. You have it all the time. You have it all the time in front of you. What's to stop you? This is where your parents should be playing a role with the parental controls. In every gadget, there are like parental controls. Parents can go there and set passwords so you can't access certain sites. And those sites shouldn't be in your search engine either. So when you search for something, those sites will not pop up. Another way, there is lots and lots of child-friendly sites, okay? These search engines that are appropriate for you to go on and search for things to do with study or any hobbies and interests. And one important thing I will mention here, and that is that, okay, fine, I personally don't believe you should have a mobile at this age, but, you know, these days everybody does have some access to electronic gadgets. Do not use them alone in a room. Okay? Be somewhere where your parents are present, where other siblings are present. You're not too old, okay? You're not too old that you can't ask your parents for help or tell your parents something or ask them for their advice, or if you're not sure, you know, question. Your parents are there for you, and in order to be safe, I would advise you, whenever you are using the net, okay, or social media, or you're on your phone, be somewhere where there are other people around you. I would not advise you to take these gadgets into your bedroom and use them late at night. Personally, I'd take them off you before you went to bed. Okay? So always be around your parents or your siblings when using gadgets. Right, contact risk. Basically here, you are protecting yourself from other people online. Now this smart poster in front of you, S, stay safe. Do not share your personal information. What's your personal information? Your name, date of birth, where you're going. For example, if you're going to post on Facebook that, you know what, tomorrow we're going for a 2-week holiday. Anybody else, if, for example, you've not made your settings quite clear in private, if it's public, for example, anybody can read this, and that gives them ample opportunity to come and steal. Okay, because you're sharing this information. You're not going to be home with your whole family for 2 weeks. So keep your personal information personal. Passwords, age, date of birth, anything personal, you keep to yourself. M, do not meet anyone who you've only become friends with online. My advice would be, even if you're on social media, Facebook, you shouldn't be, but I'm sure you are, and what with WhatsApp, you should not be meeting somebody that you don't know. Okay, your school friends, fine. Anybody else, you don't know who they are, you've not seen them. Online, you can post any picture, you can say you're whatever age. Never meet anyone, ever. A, do not accept messages and friend requests from people you do not know. Millions of people can send friend requests, okay? Messages, even from unknown numbers, you can get them on your mobile. Just ignore them, never accept them. If you're unsure about anything, tell your parents. R, not everything online is reliable. People online are strangers, and you can't always trust everything they say. T, tell an adult. This is the most important one. Whenever you feel uncomfortable, whenever you're not sure about something, this is the time to tell an adult. Whether it's a trusted teacher, your parents, or your uncle, tell somebody. Do not keep things to yourself. There's another little poster in front of you, 10 things to know about digital footprints. Okay? Because once something's online, it stays there forever, even if you try and delete it. Okay? And personal information, opinions, okay, you need to be very mindful. Privacy settings. We need to be careful about privacy settings. Only certain people, like for example friends and family, can have access to your posts or photos or whatever you comment on. Another thing is when people post things, whether it's through WhatsApp messages or whether it's on their status, WhatsApp has a status, or whether it's on Facebook, that they're doing this, they're doing that. Don't be envious, okay? Don't let the internet rush you, because the thing is, since when has anybody posted their failures? Nobody. It's always the good and the positive, bragging, I did this, I did that. And that makes other people feel less worthy, okay? It puts them down. It lowers their self-esteem. And again, things like likes or how many people have seen your status and things like this does not concern you. It should not concern you, okay? The likes do not build a person, okay? How many likes or how many comments or how many smiley faces they got, this should not matter. But unfortunately, these things, do go on. But another form of contact risk is the bullying. Now, we're going to talk about two sides to this bullying. First of all, if it happens to you. Now, this is the kind of bullying that happens, behind the screen. So how is cyberbullying done? Your electronic devices are used, okay, and hurtful messages are conveyed. Hurtful comments, insulting messages, anything to put the person down. Now, this has a lot of negative results on the person. Back in the olden days, I don't know whether you've heard the saying, sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. But these days, in the real world and online bullying, words, hurtful words, they have serious emotional consequences on you. Okay? This use of technology in a negative way is devastating. Okay? It's dangerous, it's not nice, and it's just not kind for all concerned. It's too easy hiding behind the screen. The best thing that you can do is tell your parents or a teacher or a trusted adult. Be honest with them. Do not respond. Okay? There's no point in responding and continuing the argument. There's no point at all. Keep the evidence to show the adult. Block the sender. Okay? You can block the sender. There's so many options for you to block anyone. Try to limit your time online. You can help yourself. Understand and know that the person who's doing this is a coward. Like I said, it's easy hiding behind the screen. Why would you want to hide behind the screen and throw all these hurtful comments or insults? Raise awareness against this. Okay, you're not alone. And when you do keep things a secret, let me tell you this, if you start keeping things a secret like this, that's when problems will start. That's when trouble will start. So this telling the adult or the parents or relative, This is very, very important. Read up on cyberbullying and know that you can prevent it. Help yourself and others too. Update your privacy settings. And this applies to all sites. Only let friends or family members access your posts. And make friends who you know in the real world. You have the 6 golden rules in front of you. Have a little look. So the last C, conduct risk. What do you do online? Are you doing the right things online? It's fine for me to tell you how you can keep safe and how you should do this to keep yourself safe and how you should report others. But what about yourself? When you are online, or if you're talking to your friend, texting, commenting on a post maybe, are you being kind? Even when you are posting things yourself at a later stage, when you're older, you need to pause and think. Because words, okay, if you look at this image at the bottom, they make people feel hopeless and careless and unloved. So think about your words, and on any social media site, have a little look where it says think. T, is it true? What you're saying, commenting, posting, is it true? If it's not, don't bother typing it or posting it. H, is it helpful? Will it help someone? Again, no? Then don't bother. Leave it. I, is it inspiring? Will it motivate your friend or the person online? N, is it necessary? What you're doing online, whether you're searching or posting or commenting, any pictures, for example, anything at all, is it necessary? Without this, will something bad happen? Okay? And if it's not necessary, don't do it. K, is it kind? Is it kind? If it's not, again, leave it. Once you've posted something, commented, press that enter. That's it. Okay, if you look at the quote in front of you, don't say anything online that you wouldn't want plastered on a billboard with your face on it. So if you're ashamed of whatever you've posted to be in front of everyone in the front view, like if you're driving along, there's a big billboard, your face is on there, and what you said is on the board, if you feel embarrassed, then don't do it. If something that you posted or commented, you think, do you know what, no, it's something that I'd feel proud of, then fine. It's not nice. Okay, things like rumors, teasing, name calling, harassment. It's not part of being a good citizen. Okay, either online or otherwise. You need to be really careful when you're... It's too easy to tease someone. Okay, but you don't know how the other person is feeling. Be careful. Be considerate about other people's feelings. Also, if you have to comment, do something positive, something that will uplift the person. And also your job is to look out. Okay, look out for your friends and your siblings, your relatives, cousins. Are they being cyberbullied? What signs should you look out for? Okay, maybe they're quiet now, maybe they keep checking their phone for some reason. Keep an eye out for other people as well as yourself. Now, like I said before, all this was everything you probably knew already. But these are those vital pieces of advice or vital bits of information that you need to go over and over again. It's too easy to get caught up in the moment and do something that you might regret later. And as I said, once it's online, you won't get it back. Can't delete it. So think, and that goes with everything you say or do that concerns other people. Think. Okay, if you don't like that for yourself and you know that it might hurt you, then don't do it to the other person. So, there's a little rap here. I'm not going to rap, but stay safe and do the internet rap. Please be careful, watch your back, because life's too short and good and fun, so let's be safe and we'll have one. You've got to keep your information close to your chest. It's personal and just for you, and not for people you have never met. So with that, I'd like you all to take care of yourselves and others around you. Allah Hafiz. Right, your task is to design a safety poster for grade 5 students. Please take this task seriously. Do not take it lightly at all, as it will count towards your end of term assessment. The deadline will be posted in Google Classroom. There's some samples in front of you, but I'm sure you'll be a lot more creative. So have fun with the poster.